close your eyes for a second. Well, keep one eye open so you can keep watching, but you know what I mean. Think of a classic Mediterranean kitchen. What do you see? Probably whitewashed walls, terracotta floors, maybe some beautiful blue tiles. It's a timeless look, right? It feels clean, airy, connected to the sea and the sun. But if we're being totally honest, can it sometimes feel a little predictable? A little safe? Now, imagine infusing that same space with a breath of fresh, herbal air. Imagine a color that whispers of sun-drenched hillsides, of fragrant rosemary bushes, of the quiet, earthy calm of an Italian villa garden. I'm talking about sage green. And I'm here to tell you that this single hue is the most overlooked, underrated secret weapon for creating a Mediterranean kitchen that isn't just beautiful, but is truly, deeply joyful and alive. For too long, we've put Mediterranean design in a box. A beautiful box, but a box nonetheless. It's been about neutrals and one or two primary accents. But the world of design in 2025 is all about personality. It's about quiet luxury meeting grand millennial flair. It's about biophilic design, connecting our homes to nature. And it's about fearlessly using color to craft spaces that tell our unique stories. Sage green is the perfect conduit for all of this. So if you're feeling like your kitchen dreams are stuck in a neutral rut, or if you love the Mediterranean vibe but want to make it feel uniquely yours, you are in the right place. In this video, we're going to deconstruct exactly why sage green works so phenomenally well. And I'm going to give you a full toolkit of fresh, actionable ideas, from cabinetry to countertops to decor, to bring this joyful, maximalist accent into your own home. Let's dive in. Section 1. Why Sage? The Psychology and Perfect Harmony. First things first, we need to talk about the why. Why sage green? Why does it feel so right in a Mediterranean context? It's not just a random pretty color. It's a choice rooted in psychology, environment, and pure design logic. Let's break it down. First, the psychology. Color is never just color. It's emotion. Think about the colors we typically associate with wellness and calm. Soft blues, gentle greens. Sage green sits perfectly in that spectrum. It's a muted, grayed-down green that lacks the intensity of an emerald or the vibrancy of a lime. This subtlety is its superpower. In a kitchen, the heart of the home, a place that can often be chaotic with meal prep, homework, and family traffic, sage green introduces a note of tranquility. It's a color that literally grounds us. It's green therapy for your space, reducing stress and promoting a sense of well-being. So, when you choose sage, you're not just choosing a color. You're choosing a feeling of serene, joyful calm for the busiest room in your house. Now, let's place it in its natural habitat, the Mediterranean landscape. This isn't the lush, almost fluorescent green of a tropical rainforest. This is the green of garrigue and maquis, the hardy, aromatic scrubland that blankets the hills of Provence, Tuscany, and the Greek islands. It's the color of olive leaves, silvery green and shimmering in the sun. It's the dusty green of sage, rosemary, and thyme growing wild between ancient stones. By bringing sage green into your kitchen, you are literally pulling the exterior landscape inside. This is a core principle of biophilic design, one of the biggest 2025 home trends, which is all about strengthening our connection to the natural world to create happier, healthier living spaces. Your kitchen stops feeling like a separate box and starts feeling like an extension of the land itself. And this leads us to the most important part, how it harmonizes with the classic Mediterranean palette. The foundation of this style is warm, earthy, and sun-baked. We have creamy whites and off-whites, rich terracotta, warm wood tones, and the iconic cobalt blue. Sage green doesn't clash with any of these. It completes them. Against a white plaster wall, it provides a soft, organic contrast that feels more integrated and sophisticated than a stark white on white. Paired with terracotta, it's a match made in heaven. The warm, orangey red of the clay makes the cool gray-green feel even more vibrant, and vice versa. It's a conversation between earth and foliage. And as for that classic blue, instead of being the primary accent, blue becomes a brilliant partner. Think of a sage green cabinet with blue and white patterned ceramic knobs. The result is pure magic. So to recap, sage green works because it's psychologically calming, it's environmentally authentic, and it's chromatically harmonious. It's the missing piece that ties the whole Mediterranean story together in a way that feels both timeless and utterly fresh. It's the secret ingredient that elevates your kitchen from being simply Mediterranean to being your Mediterranean haven. Section 2. The Sage Green Toolkit. Where and how to apply the color. All right, you're convinced on the why. Now let's get into the where and the how. This is where we roll up our sleeves and turn theory into reality. Applying an accent color like sage green isn't about just painting a wall. It's about strategic layering to create depth and interest. We're going to explore the big-ticket items, the foundational elements that will truly define your space. Let's start with the most impactful of all, cabinetry. Painting your kitchen cabinets sage green is a commitment, but my goodness, what a rewarding one. This is a statement kitchen move, and it's absolutely trending for 2025. The key here is to think about texture and finish. A flat, glossy sage green can feel a bit modern and clinical. What you want is something that feels aged and organic. Look for a paint finish with a slight sheen, eggshell, or satin that will reflect light beautifully. Even better, explore millwork with some profile, like shaker-style doors with a bevel, or consider a distressed or lime wash finish that allows some of the undertones to peek through. This creates a sense of history, as if the color has been baked into the wood by the sun over decades. Pair these sage green lower cabinets with open shelving in a light, natural wood, or even white uppers to keep the space from feeling too heavy. This is your foundation. But maybe you're not ready for a full cabinet commitment. That's perfectly fine. And honestly, it leads us to one of the most fun and creative applications, the backsplash. This is your opportunity to inject pattern, texture, and a serious dose of personality. Think beyond simple subway tiles. We're in the realm of maximalist interiors now. Imagine a hand-painted zellige or terracotta tile in a sage green motif, maybe a caterfoil, a vine, or a simple geometric pattern. The imperfect, glossy surface of these tiles catches the light in 1,000 different ways, creating a living, shimmering wall behind your countertops. Alternatively, you could use simple sage green tiles, but lay them in a dynamic pattern, like a herringbone or vertical stack bond. The backsplash is your canvas for storytelling. It's a chance to incorporate that wow factor without the permanence of colored cabinetry. Now, let's talk about the fifth wall, the ceiling. This is a pro-level design trick that I am absolutely obsessed with. In many Mediterranean homes, especially those with vaulted or beamed ceilings, the ceiling is a feature in itself. Instead of leaving it white, imagine washing the entire space in a soft, luminous glow of sage green. By painting your ceiling, especially if you have beautiful wooden beams, you create a canopy effect. It feels intimate, cozy, and incredibly sophisticated. The color from above reflects down onto your surfaces, tying the entire room together in a very subtle, ambient way. Finally, don't neglect the supporting cast, your island, your lower cabinets, or even your pantry door. Using sage green on an island is a fantastic way to anchor the space and create a focal point, especially if the rest of your cabinets are a light neutral. It draws people in. Or use it just on your lower cabinets to ground the space, following the classic design principle of heavy bottom, light top. And never underestimate the power of a painted door. A sage green pantry or laundry room door becomes a delightful surprise, a little peek into the color story of your home. The point is, you have options. You can go all in, or you can dabble. The toolkit is versatile, and each application creates a completely different feel, from the fully immersive to the artfully accented. Section 3. Curating the joyful maximalist vibe, layering textures and accents. So you've got your sage green foundation. Beautiful, but a color on its own is just a color. The true joy, the soul of a Mediterranean kitchen, comes from what I call layered living. It's the art of curating a space that feels collected, not decorated. A space that tells a story of long lunches, of travels, of family heirlooms. This is where we move from simply having a green kitchen to having a kitchen that is vibrantly, joyfully alive. This is the heart of maximalism. Not clutter, but curated abundance. The first layer, and arguably the most important, is texture. The Mediterranean aesthetic is inherently tactile. It rejects the cold, the slick, the perfectly smooth. So we need to consciously bring in a variety of textures to play against the sage green. Think of rough-hewn materials against smooth ones. Your sage green cabinets will sing when paired with a honed or leathered marble countertop, like a Roman Nouveau or a Pietra Cardosa. The matte, stone-like surface is a perfect companion. Now introduce wood, and not a perfectly finished, uniform wood. We want oak with a strong, visible grain. or reclaimed wood with its knots and character, perhaps on open shelves or a farmhouse table. Then, add the roughness of terracotta in plant pots, canisters, or floor tiles. Finally, introduce softness with textiles, a woven jute or sisal rug, linen dish towels and creams and ochres, a basket of dried herbs. This symphony of textures is what makes the space feel rich, authentic, and deeply inviting. Now, let's talk about the accent palette. Sage green is our hero, but every hero needs a supporting cast. We've already established its friendship with white and terracotta. But to create that joyful maximalist pop, we need to introduce other colors. The trending palette for 2025 in this style is wonderfully warm. Think about accents in ochre, mustard yellow, and burnt orange. A stack of ceramic bowls in these hues, a beautiful painting with those tones, or even a vintage runner rug. These warm colors create a beautiful, complementary contrast with the cool sage green, making both appear more vibrant. And don't forget metallics. Forget cool chrome. We're in the land of warm, aged metals. Unlacquered brass or bronze for your faucet and cabinet hardware will develop a beautiful patina over time. Wrought iron for your light fixtures, perhaps a statement chandelier over the island. These metals feel ancient and luxurious simultaneously. This brings us to decor and the art of cluttercory, a trend that's all about meaningful display. Your open shelves are not just for storage. They are your gallery. But the key is cohesion. Style them with intention. Mix your modern dinnerware with your grandmother's old pitcher. Group objects in odd numbers. Create little vignettes, a stack of vintage cookbooks, a beautiful olive wood cutting board leaning against the wall, a trio of ceramic oil dispensers, a rustic breadboard with a fresh loaf. Incorporate natural elements everywhere. A big, beautiful wooden bowl filled with lemons and oranges, pots of fresh rosemary and thyme on the windowsill, a hanging dried lavender bundle. This isn't just decoration, it's life. It's the embodiment of La Dolce Via, or Ikegenia, that love of life, of food, of family. And finally, lighting. Lighting is the jewelry of the room. It can make or break the entire atmosphere. You want lighting that enhances all the layers we've just built. For ambient light, think of a large, rustic iron or rattan chandelier with warm-toned bulbs, nothing too bright or clinical. For task lighting, under-cabinet lighting in a warm glow is essential. And for accent lighting, maybe a small, beautiful lamp on the countertop. The goal is to create a pool of warm, golden light that makes your sage green cabinets look rich and velvety. That makes your terracotta glow, and that makes your brass hardware twinkle. It's this final layer that transforms your kitchen from a daytime workspace into an enchanting, magical place for evening gatherings. This is how you build joy, layer by intentional layer. So there you have it. Sage green is so much more than just a color trend. It's a feeling. It's a connection to landscape, to history, to a slower, more joyful way of living. It's the secret weapon that can transform your Mediterranean kitchen from a beautiful postcard into a living, breathing, and deeply personal heart of your home. We've walked through the psychology, the practical applications from cabinets to ceilings, and the art of layering textures, colors, and life into the space. We've touched on 2025 interior design trends like biophilic design, quiet luxury, and curated maximalism, all of which find a perfect home in this color palette. The goal is not to create a perfect magazine-shot kitchen, though it will be gorgeous, but to create a kitchen that feels lived in, that tells your story, and that becomes the backdrop for your own family's memories. I want you to feel empowered to play, to experiment. Start small if you need to. Paint a single piece of furniture, style a shelf with green accents, swap out your textiles. See how the color makes you feel. I have a hunch it will bring a smile to your face, a sense of calm to your mornings, and a vibrant, joyful energy to your home. Thank you so much for watching and for investing this time in creating a home you truly love. If this video inspired you, if you're now looking at your kitchen with new eyes, then I've done my job. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more design deep dives, and I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Tell me, how are you thinking of using sage green in your home? What part of this joyful Mediterranean vibe speaks to you the most? Until next time, remember, design is not about rules, it's about creating a space that brings you joy. Now go and create yours.